A lot of people agree that the American dream is dead. And I write about this in this week's newsletter, and I write about why the American dream died and kind of what that has led to in the economy. And it's not just changing values or cultural attitudes. I think it is kind of based on two things. And the first one is the math, which is a lot of the typical milestones associated with the American dream, like owning a home, having a family, that has become unbelievably unaffordable for a lot of people. Also, there's something called expectation inflation, where the amount of money we believe that we need to live an affordable life or have the American dream has significantly gone up. And a lot of that has to do with social media, just having more access to seeing other people around you. And those two things has contributed to this idea that the typical pathway to financial stability no longer exists. A couple other examples of how the math hasn't worked out. I'm also want to talk about how healthcare costs have gone up, college costs have gone up. Just inflation has driven up the everyday costs of things. And a lot of times it's outpaced wage growth. So people they're making more than they were a couple decades ago, but it doesn't match up with how much things cost. And again, when combined with that expectation inflation, people just feel like the math is not working for them. And this doesn't just affect people's individual finances, it breaks the social construct that held society together, which can then affect the economy. So economic mobility, which is the chance that someone born in a poor group will become middle class or upper class, has fallen by half since the 1940s. And so we have moved as a society where hard work reasonably led to advancement to one where hard work might just keep you from falling behind. And this isn't just about individual failures or poor choices, it's about systemic changes to the economy that has made the traditional path to prosperity inaccessible for most Americans, regardless of their work ethic or their education level. And so I don't think the question is whether people are working hard enough, it's what happens to society when the fundamental promise of advancement becomes statistically impossible for the majority. And as a certified financial planner, someone that talks about personal finance, it's so important to understand that because it reframes financial struggles from just personal feelings. It also recognizes the structural challenges that require different strategies and expectations. And like I said, I talk about this all in my newsletter this week. So if you're interested in reading more, you should subscribe, and the link is in my bio.